Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to go ahead and be this look right here. It's an easy Thanksgiving tutorial. I try to make it really easy for y'all guys, and depending on whenever y'all watch this video, it's probably Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving guys. I freaking love Thanksgiving. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe as well as following me on my Instagram and Twitter. Within the next few weeks, I am going to go ahead and put out vlogs almost every single week, so go ahead and stay tuned for that. I think that's basically it, so let's go ahead and let's get started, and happy Thanksgiving guys. Okay, so like always, I went ahead and I did my brows off camera. I went ahead and used the Chella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. Like I said before, this is my new go-to. So basically today's look is going to be kind of like an orange, white, creamsicle Thanksgiving look. So I am going to be using a few different palettes because I don't have all the colors in just one palette. And the orange that I'm trying to achieve, it's going to be a little bit difficult because the Jaclyn palette only has these two oranges in it. And I need it to be a little bit orangier. So I am as well going to use the NYX Happy Birthday palette, really just for this orange right here, and that's mainly the orange that we are going to need. So if you have a similar shade to that, just go ahead and use it. And then I am going to be using this peanut butter shade from the Too Faced Semi Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. Out of the Jaclyn palette, the first shade that we're going to go ahead and pick up is this orange yellowy shade right here in the shade Creamsicle. So what we are going to do is just going ahead and putting it in the crease like always. And I am just using a small stippled blending brush. And what we're going to do for this look is just really pack on the orange and the yellows, and that's really what's going to make the look the way that we want it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and blend whatever is left on my brush just a little bit up, going towards the brows. Don't forget what you do to one side, you're going to go ahead and do to the other. I don't ever like to just complete one eye and then go back and just do the other eye, because I tend to do steps differently whenever I do that rather than doing it the exact same way. And make sure that you're actually blending out. We are going to go back in later and just clean that up, so it does not matter if you make a mess. Now if you do go ahead and do your face first rather than your eyes, just make sure you go ahead and put translucent setting powder or banana powder down there. That way you do not get the fallout everywhere. Now the next shade that I'm going to go ahead and dip into is out of the NYX Happy Birthday palette. It is just this orange right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and dip into it and as well put it into the crease. I always like to put shades into the crease rather than onto the lid, just because whenever I do blend it out, it does get on the lid anyways because my lids are a little bit smaller than most. So just going in, and I'm just going to go ahead and pack it on in a pouncing motion rather than blending it in. And now you start to see where that comes from. And then after pouncing it on, I'm just going to go ahead and start blending out. And really keeping it out on the outer corner rather than going in with it like we did with that shade before. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, and we are actually going to go ahead and go in with that orange shade, just a tad bit, keeping it really into the crease. And really just going in and going back and forth in the crease. So there are two different ways to do this next step. Because this is kind of like a semi-cut crease, we can go ahead and cut the crease with concealer, or we can just take the shade and kind of create a crease with that shade. In my opinion, the best thing to do is just going in and just cutting the crease just a tad bit. So like always, I'm going to take the BH Cosmetic Total Coverage Concealer in shade 104. I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit on my hand, taking a small concealer brush, and what we are going to do is starting off in the middle, just towards the bottom, towards my lashes. I'm just going to start paving the way, going up, and then right where my crease is, I'm just going to go ahead and go back and forth, following my crease to make that cut crease. And we're not going to go completely all the way over with this cut crease. We're just going to go slightly over, more towards like 2/3 of the way. We are going to go ahead and do is take the shade Beam out of the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's going to be this shade up here. It's more of a wider shade than the shade In Light. And I'm just going to go ahead and take it on another flat concealer brush. This is just a brush from Morphe. And we're just going to go ahead and place it right over that concealer that we just did. And pick up that blending brush one more time, as well as that orange shade out of the palette, and just going to go ahead and blend it into the outer corner. And like I said, this look is just very, very easy. I try not to make it super difficult. Like, we're already basically almost finished. So I'm just going in circular motion. Next thing that we're going to do, and what I always like to do, is just take a makeup wipe rather than doing concealer, and we're just going to go ahead and go underneath it and just clean it up. We are going to go ahead and slightly, just a little bit, tap into that shade Peanut Butter out of the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and just put it ever so lightly into that outer corner. And I'm just going to go ahead and tap it in. To go ahead and add a wing to it. Normally I would go ahead and add a wing, but today I'm not going to, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my lashes next. The lashes I am using are the style 812. This is what that looks like. It's the Ardell foaming lashes. So I am back from putting on my lashes. This is what it is looking like, and because the way that my lashes are cut, I am just going to go ahead and just add a little bit of liner, like in the inner corner as well as the outer corner. It's not going to be like dramatic liner, it's just going to be a little bit. You can go ahead and do this, you don't have to. If the way that it looks fits the way that you want it to, just go ahead and leave it be. But if it doesn't, just go ahead and add liner or add whatever you think is going to be best. So I'm just taking my Lottie London Duo Stamp Liner. What I'm going to do is just slightly connect. Yeah, like that made a huge difference. So I just went ahead and draw a small line right there, kind of connecting the lash line with the liner, and it helped a lot in the way that it looked. It doesn't look so like gapped out. The next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is a face. So I am going to go ahead and use two different moisturizers today because my face is a little bit drier than normal. I'm using the Pond's Nourishing Cream Moisturizer, the one that I always use, as well as the Coconut Water Cream First Aid Beauty moisturizer as well. This is just a sample, a small sample that I got from Sephora. The first thing that I'm going to go ahead and put down is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Water Cream. And I do just want to go ahead and put this down because this one dries completely, and my Pond's Nourishing Cream Moisturizer doesn't dry completely down. It kind of gets a little bit tacky, so my foundation sticks a little bit better to it. And then now I'm going to go in with the Pond's Nourishing Cream Moisturizer, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on top. The consistency between the two is a little bit different. The Pond's is a little bit more creamier rather than the First Aid Beauty is more like water. So I know in my last video I did talk about how I needed, my last few videos I've been talking about how I needed foundation, and then in that, I don't know what video it was, I think it was a red smoky eye, my foundation completely broke. So I went ahead and just transferred my Bare Minerals foundation into this little pot. As you can tell, there's not a lot left. I tried to get as much as I needed out of there, but it did not work the way that I wanted to, so I'm really saving this for my trip this weekend. So I just went ahead and found this foundation that I was using last year, the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation in shade 725, which is buff beige. This foundation is probably going to be a little bit off because at the time I was either a little darker or a little lighter. But it is a lightweight, full coverage makeup foundation. This formula hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20 vitamins and antioxidants. Don't worry guys, it doesn't expire until 2019, so if y'all try to come for me, I'm just letting y'all know. Hopefully this one isn't too crazy dark or crazy light for me. I absolutely, whenever I got this foundation, I got it from Influencer in my Vox box, which is a free app that you can go ahead and download, and whenever you do surveys and stuff like that, and connect your social media over time, you can go ahead and get free items from them. It's really easy, it's really simple, but I did get this from one of their Vox boxes and absolutely fell in love with it whenever I got it. It does smell really good, and that's one thing that I do like about that foundation. Sorry if I keep keep looking right here. My mirror's right here, so I'm just like trying to go ahead and blend this out. And like I've been saying, if y'all have any suggestions for foundation or moisturizers or brow products, anything, please comment them down below, because I am going to be doing a haul pretty soon because I really need everything. So I'm really looking for new products. My skin is very dry, so if you are a person and you have dry skin, please let me know what foundation that you use that works best for you. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is concealer. Like always, I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. Is the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I'm just going to take my Luxie 660 Precision Foundation Brush. Like I said before, really chopping off what I'm using. So today for my highlight, I'm going to go ahead and mix two different highlights. I am going to take the shade Beam from the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill, as well as my Mannakadar Duo Split Pan Highlight, the one that I always use. See that combo? And it actually looks good. Now using a BH Cosmetics I think it's number 24. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the brow bone. Now going in with a more round brush. I'm not quite too sure what this brush is called. I'm gonna go ahead and put a highlight inside of my inner corner, and I am gonna once again take that shade Beam. I think it's Beam or In Light from the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill. So taking a flat definer brush, what I'm going to do is dip into that orange shade that we were using before down there, and we're going to go ahead and put it in the waterline. That we're gonna go ahead and do is lipstick. So I know whenever I did the shade previously, I went ahead and I did a dark lip with it, but because I'm wearing blue, I'm gonna try to go ahead and do a lighter shade. So I went ahead and applied my lipstick off camera. I used the Kat Von D Lolita II lipstick. That is what I have on my lips right now. With this shade with this look normally, I would always use the ColourPop Satin Liquid Lipstick in the shade Prim. But because this attire is a little bit different from what I normally do with this look, I went ahead and did a lighter shade on my lips. This is the finished look. If y'all like this look, don't forget to like the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share as well. I know that this is going up the day before Thanksgiving, so depending on whenever y'all watch it, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I'm so happy that it is Thanksgiving because I literally love Thanksgiving. That is my favorite holiday. I love eating. But also, I think that's it. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter at Ariel Celeste. I have it linked down below as well as right here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one.